Before we get into anything, let me repeat something that took me way too long to learn in this business. Small decisions shape your entire career, and choosing the right distributor? That's one of those small decisions that can quietly build your future or silently burn it down. Last week, I put the top 10 music distributors in a head-to-head elimination, and we cut them down hard based on costs, royalties, and support, and only a few survived. But here's the part that a lot of indie artists never think about, which is the real damage or the real opportunity. It's not always in the cost. Sometimes it's in the features, the tools that you don't see, the ones that you don't even know to ask about all the time. The ones that absolutely determine whether your song just lands on Spotify or whether it becomes the first step in a good music career. So today is the sequel. Same companies, same elimination format, but now we're shining the light on the hidden stuff, the conveniences, the traps, the advantages, the things that are going to make or break you in 2026. Because remember, small decisions shape your entire career. And this video might be the one that saves you from choosing wrong. So, round number 1, royalty splits. Collaborations are the lifeblood of indie music until the money shows up, and then suddenly everybody forgets how the math works. I still remember sitting in front of a spreadsheet years ago, staring at streaming numbers like they were advanced calculus. 2 projects in, and I already knew, if I kept doing this manually, I was going to end up either hating music or hating people. Or maybe both. Here's where the distributors can separate themselves. 2 lost? Well, you get automated splits and recoupment logic. You can literally tell the system, pay this collaborator back first, and it obeys like a well-trained dog. Many others like Ditto, ONErpm, and Stem, they all have solid automation. With DistroKid, splits are solid, recoupment works, and it's just a simple interface. Every time a split is wrong, every time a friend thinks that you shorted them, every time a payment gets delayed, you lose trust and momentum. With good splits, managed by your distributor, you keep both. Let's jump to round number 2, publishing administration. It sounds insanely boring, I get it, but trust me, you need to pay attention. Here's a story that every indie artist will experience eventually. The moment that you realize your streaming money is only the tip of the iceberg. I wish that someone had grabbed the younger version of me and said, "You're leaving money on the table, dude, and lots of it." Publishing admin is what collects mechanical royalties, performance royalties, international royalties, that random radio play in Germany that you didn't know existed. TuneCore provides full publishing. 2 Lost partners with BMG, and that gives them strong global registration. CD Baby Pro, honestly, they provide solid automated registration. Amuse and ONErpm, they only handle masters, but not full publishing. AWAL doesn't offer any at all. And DistroKid, they still have no publishing admin, and artists have to use a service like Songtrust, but I keep hearing that it's coming very soon. Publishing admin is a passport, and without it, your music stays local even if the listeners are global. Remember, small decisions shape your entire career. Publishing admin is one of those decisions. Let's bounce to round number 3 and talk about sync licensing. I once watched a social media connection land a Netflix sync and make more in one check than I made in my first 200,000 streams combined. One placement, one moment, one door that swung wide open, and here's the reality. AWAL gives you a strong, curated sync pitching. CD Baby Pro offers sync opportunities too. Symphonic gives sync plus access to discovery mode, but only for approved artists, and also advanced DSP support. TuneCore and ONErpm, they offer sync opportunities also. And DistroKid, no real sync pitching. Come on, DistroKid, you gotta get better than that. If your distributor doesn't pitch sync, you're invisible in the fastest growing revenue stream in music. It's like being invited to the game but never stepping onto the field. So let's bounce to round number 4 and talk YouTube Content ID. Now imagine that somebody uploads your song without permission and it goes viral and it gets millions of views. Everybody's reacting and remixing and sharing, and you're earning exactly 0. Content ID stops that nightmare. CD Baby provides strong Content ID. 2 Lost also, they ensure full CID. DistroKid offers it, but they take a cut. Again, come on, DistroKid. And most others like Amuse, ONErpm, LANDR, Stem, they support CID, but it's often only behind a certain tier. CID is a lock on the door, and without it, you're trusting the internet to be honest. And while that may be adorable, it's insane and dangerous. Now let's bounce to round number 5 and talk TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Virality is not magic. It's really all about timing. If your song isn't in TikTok's library when a trend hits, it's over and you miss the wave. SoundOn is TikTok's own distributor, so obviously that is the fastest path into their library. The truth is, most distributors upload to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. UnitedMasters is kind of an exception. They don't distribute there unless you do an upgrade. A song that launches 1 week too late might as well be invisible. Let's bounce to round number 6 and talk pre-saves and smart links. Releasing music without pre-saves can be like throwing a party and then forgetting to tell people. DistroKid Hyperfollow collects emails automatically, which is really helpful. Hyperfollow really is an amazing service, so bonus points for DistroKid on this one. ONErpm and Ditto, they get you smart links plus analytics, and then Amuse includes pre-saves in their service. Pre-saves, again, they're like your RSVP list, and smart links are really the map. You need both if you want a real launch and not a lonely release day. Now let's bounce to round number 7 and talk analytics granularity. Okay, maybe this one sounds a little bit dull at first also, but in reality, stats are not decoration, they're really your compass. Where are your fans, and when are they listening, and what devices, and what territories? TuneCore, for example, has a new advanced dashboard with cross-platform insights. Too Lost gives you strong reporting and granular breakdowns. Symphonic, ONErpm, Stim, CD Baby, Ditto, these all offer some kind of decent variations, but even with the best distributor dashboards, you're probably still just going to use Spotify for artists, Apple Music for artists, and YouTube Studio because nothing really beats going straight to the source. The point is, good analytics prevent bad decisions, and bad decisions, well, you know. Let's bounce to round number 8 and talk cover song licensing. Cover songs are how many artists build their audience fast, but if you release them incorrectly, it could shut down your entire catalog. I've had that moment where I thought, am I even allowed to upload this? One time I uploaded a cover song for a client and I had no idea what I was doing. After tons of research and overpaying for the right to publish the song, I was excited to learn that some distributors make things way simpler for us indie artists. And if you don't know better, the maze is real. Too Lost gives you fast cover clearance. CD Baby Pro supposedly auto-handles it, though I've had a pretty bad experience with them in the past. DistroKid licenses through Harry Fox, so it takes a little bit of time, but it works great. Amuse and LANDR, they also offer licensing, but for a fee. Now, cover licensing is like insurance. One takedown can feel like a car crash. Now let's bounce to our final round, round 9, and talk about lyric delivery. Lyrics are SEO, and people forget that. DistroKid, Amuse Pro, and LANDR all fast track with music match delivery. And this takes a little bit of work on your part, but honestly, it's pretty easy, and I've actually been using that option myself. Symphonic delivers lyrics alongside Dolby Atmos masters. ONErpm supports lyric inclusion. And just keep this in mind, if your lyrics aren't delivered, fans searching for your song may never find you. Small detail, big consequence. That theme again. Okay, let's talk the finalists and who you should choose. Let's look at those who rose to the top. To answer this question, you really need to know what kind of an indie artist that you even are. Let's say that you're a collaborator and a frequent publisher. If that's the case, the winner is probably going to be Too Lost because they offer automated splits and recoupment, publishing via BMG, daily payouts, and transparent accounting. And the runner-up is probably going to be TuneCore. Well, what if you're an income maximizer? Well, in that case, the winner is probably Symphonic. They offer sync opportunities, publishing, Dolby Atmos, discovery mode access for approved artists, and deep analytics. Or if you're like me and you're just a simplicity seeker, the winner is still DistroKid. Aside from being very cheap, they provide fast uploads, simple pricing, solid splits, cover licensing, and hyperfollow. And the runner-up is Amuse Pro. And by the way, they won in my prior video, so that's probably a good option for a lot of you. I know this stuff can feel like brain overload, but if you're watching this, you're already doing what most artists never do, which is that you're treating music like the business that it is. I'm Kevin, the founder of Innovaniac Music. We help indie artists grow smarter, not just faster. And please subscribe because I'm going deeper into these features in upcoming shorts and videos so that you can avoid the mistakes that I had to learn the hard way. Until the next video, dream big and create boldly.